Help all kids learn and grow with PBS Kids. Thank you for supporting your PBS station.
Butterfly in the sky, I can go twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. I can go anywhere. Friends to know and ways to grow, a reading rainbow. I can be anything. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. Reading rainbow.
Oh, hi! Today I'm on the Chesapeake Bay, and with these binoculars, I can see all kinds of ducks and geese. Mallards, widgeons, emperors, they're all birds, but they're special ones called waterfowl. They can fly and swim. Every fall, they leave their homes up north and wing their way south to spend the winter here. I think I hear some early birds arriving now. Today, we're on a wild goose chase. Come on, let's go. See that grass growing over there? Ducks and geese just love it. It's the best place for them to find dinner and a perfect place for an afternoon nap. There's nothing like a paddle in a pond for a lady goose or a gander. You know, I love boating on the Chesapeake. And with the motor off, you can almost hear the wind blow. Listen. Sounds like those birds have a motor all their own. I think they're headed in our direction. Let's go see if we can take a closer look. I think I know just the person who can help.
Hi, LeVar.
Hi, Vidal.
How you doing?
Good.
Let me take that line there for you.
You got it?
Sure got it.
Okay. Woo! What a ride!
See a lot of ducks and geese?
Ducks I saw, geese I saw, everything.
Great.
How you doing today?
Pretty good. And yourself?
Good, real
Great,
good.
great.
This is Vidal Martinez. He works here at the Blackwater National Wildlife Refuge. It's a place where lots of ducks and geese come to live during the winter. You know, Vidal, I've always wanted to see a duck up close. Can we do that?
Sure can. Let's go catch them.
Okay.
Okay, but first thing we have to do is put our hip boots on.
Put on some hip boots.
Yes.
Huh? All right.
All right, let's go.
I'm ready.
All right. Come over here and give me a hand.
I'm trying, Vidal. This mud is just really deep here.
Great, great. Long ducks love it here.
They like this,
Oh, this
huh?
is a perfect place for them.
So this is a duck trap, huh?
That's correct. This is a duck trap, and this is the opening where they get through.
So the duck swims in here.
That's right. They get inside, and they get confused once they enter, and they don't know how to get out.
It doesn't hurt them when they get in here, does it?
No, not at all. But we have to attract them, and the way we attract them in this duck trap is with corn. In fact, I have some here.
Ah. So you just use the corn for bait. Ah. Ducks love corn.
They love corn.
You just throw it in?
And you throw it in just like that.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. And then we will just wait patiently and hide from them.
Where?
In a duck blind.
What's a duck blind?
You don't know what a duck blind?
I haven't the foggiest idea.
Well, let's go discover one. Come on.
Okay. So this is a duck blind.
That's right, 𝗟𝗲𝗱. This tent blends in with the bushes.
The ducks don't even know we're here. It's kind of like playing hide and seek with them, huh?
That's right.
So what do we do now?
Well, we'll just wait here for the ducks.
Oh. Well, while we're waiting for some waterfowl to waddle our way, let's take a look at this book. It's called The Runaway Duck, and it's a tale about an odd little duck with some pretty weird luck.
The Runaway Duck by David Lyon. Read by Orson Bean. One morning, Sebastian Willowfrost was playing in the garage. He was rolling Egbert, his favorite toy, around on the floor. Egbert was a carved wooden duck with wheels and a long nylon string for pulling. One wheel had a plaque on which Sebastian had written his name. Suddenly, Sebastian's father called him in for lunch. "Just a minute." Sebastian tied Egbert to the bumper of his father's car so that he couldn't roll away. Sebastian's father ate quickly. He was going on a long business trip. Sebastian forgot that Egbert was tied to the bumper of his father's car. By the time Sebastian remembered, Egbert was doing 60 miles an hour down Route 95. Racing around a sharp mountain turn, Egbert's tie string broke. Egbert sailed off into empty space. For 10 seconds, Egbert flew like a real duck. But then he fell. Down, down, down into Emerald Valley. Luckily, Egbert fell into a stream, where he was carried forward by the force of the water. Egbert rolled and floated on, past Bottleberg, Carberg, and Burgerberg, out into the sea. Meanwhile, Sebastian prayed that Egbert was safe and that he might return. He wrote several poems in memory of Egbert and tried to forget the whole tragedy by playing baseball. One night in early September, Egbert was attacked by a shark. The shark pulled Egbert down into the ocean. He bit off one of Egbert's wheels, discovered that it was wood, and swam away in disgust. Egbert floated up past a clownfish, a sea turtle, and a puffish. The wheel floated up alone. After some time, a wave tossed Egbert onto an almost deserted isle. "Voilà, un canard!" "Whoopee, a duck!" cried Jacques Divin, poet, shipwreck survivor, and Frenchman. Jacques wrote a long poem about Egbert called Song to a Duck. "Oh, what luck to find a duck upon a desert isle. He's missing a wheel and paint's all peeled, but nevertheless he smiles." The next day, sailors on a French merchant vessel spotted Jacques and carried him and Egbert to France. There was much excitement over the castaways. The President of France met the ship at port. Le Monde, an important French newspaper, published a photo of Egbert and a copy of Jacques' poem. Sebastian happened to see Egbert's picture at a local newsstand. He immediately went home and wrote a letter to the President of France. Please, he wrote, send Egbert home. Jacques was enjoying dinner when the French president showed him the letter. Jacques tossed his napkin on the table and stood up. But this is my duck, Jacques cried. Why, they are not the same. They cannot be. Jacques went for a long walk. Meanwhile, the president's daughter checked to see whether Sebastian's name was on Egbert's right front wheel. Unfortunately, this wheel was now in Portugal, where a little girl was wearing it on a necklace. When he got back to the palace, Jacques announced, I will return the duck this evening by air post. The president's daughter kissed Jacques on the cheek. Sebastian received the package and a letter 2 weeks later. Everything seemed perfect. Sometimes, though, Sebastian tried to imagine what had happened to Egbert's front wheel. And sometimes, far, far away, a little girl in Portugal wondered just who Sebastian Willowfrost was.
Hey, look, 𝗟𝗲𝗱, we got our mallard.
Yeah. Now, you know, Egbert traveled all over the country, actually all over the world. I wonder how far this duck has come.
Well, there's no telling, 𝗟𝗲𝗱. They can travel from 100 to 1,000 miles.
Now, Vidal, what's the difference between a duck and a goose?
Well, for one thing, the color, okay? The Canada goose has white patch markings on its face, longer neck. They're much larger in size than ducks. And they make different sounds, too.
So this guy, this mallard duck, has a green head, right?
Right.
And he's got a little band of white, a
Around
collar
his neck.
around his neck. And for the most part, his body is brown and gray.
That's right.
So these are the markings of a mallard duck.
A mallard duck, that's right. And notice the feet.
Yeah, you know, I've always heard about those famous webbed feet on ducks.
That's right. And that helps them really to go through the water very quickly.
Kind of like humans wearing swim fins in the water.
Exactly.
All right.
And then you also can see the wing.
Uh-huh.
Notice how long that wing is.
Right.
And you see, the longer feathers helps the bird to get off very quickly out of the water.
Uh-huh. So that's what makes a duck and waterfowl so special, that they can also fly as well as swim.
And look, another thing, look at the shininess in the feathers.
Right. Now, why is that?
That's caused by its natural oils. And it's a way to keep the bird warm and preventing it from actually catching a cold.
And I guess it makes them waterproof, too, huh?
You betcha. If you put water on it, you'll just drop right off.
Uh-huh. Kind of beads up.
Yes.
Right.
Then you also look at the bill. See the bill there?
Right.
See? And you can look underneath here, and look, it has like jagged edges.
Right.
Well, that's for filtering out little microscopic animals that the duck feeds on.
Huh.
And when it does feed off those animals, it gets the water to come out of the bill and eats those little microscopic animals.
So it's a filtering system in his mouth.
Exactly. What I'm going to do now is going to release this duck along with the others that we caught.
Well, thanks, Vidal, for spending some time with us today.
My pleasure. Had a good time with you.
Okay.
Great.
See you later.
Take care. So long.
Boy, I wish I could speak their language. How would you talk to a duck? Would you quack? Would you honk? What? How would you call a duck?
I say quack, quack. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, quack. I would pretend I was its father, and I would say quack, 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 quack. I would make a trail of macaroni, and the duck would eat it and come while the duck's eating it, it would follow the path that comes up to me. Quack, 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 quack. Ven aquí, patico. Venga, venga. Duck, you have to come here.
And if that doesn't work, then here's what the pros use. It's called a duck call. It's made out of wood, and it's played like a musical instrument. Here on the Chesapeake, lots of people spend time calling, studying, or just watching ducks. But some people, like Ed and Esther Burns, have a craftier way of enjoying them. It may start as a block of wood, but through their artistry, they bring their love of birds to life. Since they've lived in Chesapeake, Ed and Esther have watched ducks and other birds feed on the corn in their backyard. And for the past 20 years, they've teamed up to create exact models of these birds.
How do you like the looks of this pintail?
That's a very nice one, honey.
Maybe we ought to use this for our next project.
That sounds like a good idea. This may look like a block of wood to you, but to us it's a duck. This is where the duck really starts to take shape. We take the spoke shave and round out the body. Okay, we're going to use the knife now to outline these pencil marks of the side feathers and the wings. The feathers are carved by chipping the wood away. We're carving with basswood because it's such a great wood to work with. Okay. With a burning pen, we burn in all the detail of the feather. We burn in the quill, and we burn in the barbs. It makes it look real.
Thank you. I really enjoy painting a pintail duck. This is a very pretty duck that has nice feathers on the back and it has a pretty tail. The first thing I'm going to do is to put a base coat on it. I'm using black and white and burnt umber and burnt sienna. I like to paint different ducks because each duck has different kinds of feathers. It has different colors. I use this special pen to draw these very fine lines on the side of the duck.
You know, it's amazing how a block of wood can take on a life of its own. But a lot of things come to life once the imagination starts clicking, like a favorite book or a favorite toy. Right, Egbert? So, if you like The Runaway Duck, then here are some other books that are just ducky. But you don't have to take my word for it.
Hi, I'm Kareem. Have you ever thought about having a very unusual pet? Not a dog, not a cat, or even a parakeet. How about a duck? This book is about a boy named Jason who has a duck as a pet. It's called 𝗟𝗲𝘀𝘀𝘀. Dabble and Jason play together. They quack at each other. They even take walks together. Jason starts school and 𝗟𝗲's left home alone. But the family finds an answer to the problem when 𝗟𝗲 finds a friend in the park. What I really like about this book is that everyone lives happily ever after. So, if you like books with happy endings and funny pictures, get this book, 𝗟𝗲𝘀𝘀𝘀, at your local library or bookstore.
Hi there, my name is Danielle Juskov. Have you ever found something that didn't belong to you and wanted to keep it? Well, this is what happens to Jamaica in this book called Jamaica's Find. Jamaica goes to the park to play. She finds a hat and a stuffed doggy under the slide. She brings the hat to the lost and found, but she doesn't want to give up the doggy because he's too cute. You'll like this story if you ever lost something that you really loved. Jamaica learns an important lesson about losing things and then finding them again. I'm not going to tell you the end of the story because I want you to read this book. By the way, is anybody missing this stockie?
Hello, my name is Gladys Perez. Have you ever been lost or separated from your family? It's pretty scary. Well, that's what happens to a little duckling in this book called The Story About Ping. Ping lives in China with his mother and father and 2 sisters and 7 uncles and 42 cousins. One day, Ping was fishing upside down with his head in the water. He didn't hear his master calling, la, 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 lee, to come back to the boat. Ping is left behind. Ping had lots of adventures while he was lost, but finally he found his family and his home. Once I got lost, and just like Ping, I was really glad to see my family again. This book is so wonderful, I want you to read it too. So go and find it at your public library.
Well, I'm sure these ducks and geese will have a great winter vacation here on the Chesapeake. And when spring rolls around, they'll head back up north where they came from. And if you've ever been away from home, you know just how good it feels to get back. Because as the old saying goes, there's no place like home. Just ask Egbert. I'll see you next time. Today's Reading Rainbow books are The Runaway Duck by David Lyon, published by Lothrop, Lee & Shepherd Books. Dabble Duck by Anne Leo Ellis, illustrated by Sue Truesdell, published by Harper & Row. Jamaica's Find by Juanita Havel, illustrations by Anne Sibley O'Brien, published by Houghton Mifflin Company. The Story About Ping by Marjorie Flack and Kurt Weiss, published by Viking Kestrel.